And I've been seeing a lot of TikToks about girl math and how girls will say something's free. There's like a rule to it. Have you seen them?
Yeah, and I'm on the same wavelength because I think the same thing. I must be a part of girl maths.
Right. So if I buy concert tickets, so say I go online and I'm like, right, I'm going to buy like Luke Combs tickets. Say I went online, bought them, and then the concert rolls around, say it's like a year later. By the time you go, that ticket was free.
Yeah, because it's already paid for. It's done.
Yeah,
it's already
that's
gone.
money that I've forgotten about.
Yeah, because it was paid 3 months ago and you've been paid since then, that money is in theory pointless and useless and futile. I agree with the girl math physics. I think it's great. My back's killing me, man.
You're getting old.
I think I am, you know.
How old are you?
I am 24.
You've really had to think about that
I fucking did. Jesus Christ. Do you know what the worst bit is, right? I actually think I'm getting like some form of either Alzheimer's or something like that really early. I swear to God. Because I have these moments. No, but I have these moments, right, where I'm just sat there and I could be like at work, normal, and my brain just goes blank for a second. And then automatically, boom, it's back again. Like, it's spaces.
That's probably because you work like 17-hour days.
That's also very true. I will give you that bit.
Probably just sleep deprivation.
Sleep deprivation. No, I don't know, you know. Because I think I sleep well. I get interrupted sleep, but I do sleep well when I do sleep, if that makes sense. I think I go into a deep sleep quickly, but I don't think... But then I get interrupted, because I always seem to need the toilet. Sounds like really random, right? I always drink a lot through the day, so loads of water. Like today, I've gone through 2 of those, 1 and like in a bit litre Volvic waters. I've gone through 2 of those. I've drank 2 3D energy drinks, and I've drank 2 liquid deaths, which is like flavoured water cans that's done on Joe Rogan's podcast. So I've drank 2 of them today, so that's like a lot of liquids. But I can only remember off the top of my head, I think I've been to the toilet 3 times. Just to go and relieve myself of some form of fluid. That's not a lot.
I can't tell if you're weird or I'm weird.
Because then in the middle of the night, I'll be like, I need the toilet. I'll go again.
Because I always have a drink in my hand through the day, but I drink really slowly. So I've had a sneak.
Yeah.
And then I filled the sneak shaker up with like Robinson's fruit juice.
Nice.
But there's still like half of that left. I did not finish it. And then I've had a beer and a half.
Okay.
And I think I've been to pee like 10 times. But I won't pee through the night.
See, that's good. I would rather that.
Because I get into bed and I'll have a snack and I'll down like a big bottle of Oasis before I do my teeth and everything. But then I don't pee through the night.
That's so underrated, by the way. Oasis is such an underrated drink.
It's just good.
It's so underrated. Not enough people, right, sit there and go, I like Oasis. When I go to the shop or people go to the shop for me at work, I won't lie, I don't really tend to go to the shop. I'm the manager and I'm lucky enough that I don't have to go to the shop as much. But I do hand over my card. So I buy the drinks, but I don't have to go. So to be fair, in theory, the person who's going is getting the best deal out of it, really, because he don't have to pay, he just has to go and get it.
I don't know, because you know when I go out, when I'm at a bar, I will happily pay for people's drinks if they go to the bar. As long as I don't have to actually physically go, I'm more than happy to pay for it.
That's the lazy part of the brain.
And I'm still like, my round, who's going?
My round, who's going this time?
It's not going to be me.
But Oasis is so underrated because it quenches your thirst, it tastes amazing, and it isn't full of calories like all the other ones are. You know, if you want like a bottle of Coke, it's going to cost you like 200 calories, whereas a bottle of Oasis is like 30 calories. So much better for you.
I know it's quite high in sugar, but you know when you have sugary drinks and you can feel it on your teeth?
You can with Coke, definitely.
Well, you can with most drinks, right? I don't get that with Oasis. It's like drinking air. It's beautiful.
It is. It's perfect. I love it. I even like the yellow one, which most people don't like.
It's nice,
I like that
but
one.
I don't get that one for the simple fact that that one doesn't keep as well. If I open that one, I've got to drink it,
You
whereas
do
the
have
other
to drink
one,
it
so I
straight
buy,
away.
like, the big massive bottles of it,
Yeah.
and they keep for 3 days.
Yeah. You drink
The
that in
yellow one
3
does as
days?
well.
That'd be gone in
No,
my
I drink it in,
head.
like oh, yeah, no, it
God.
is. So I keep a big one by the side of my bed, so to take my medication in the morning, I've got a drink next to my bed.
Yeah.
So I keep the big one for that, and then I have little ones to, like, drink. Um, but the yellow ones, it says once opened, consume within 3 days, but honestly, you have to consume it within 3 hours or it tastes like shit.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. If you're really thirsty, I think the yellow one, I don't know what it is, it quenches your thirst really good. Just like, you know, when sometimes nobody ever goes to the shop and buys orange cordial. No one does that. But sometimes you're that thirsty that orange cordial is perfect. It's like the best one to buy. And you just have a
See,
drink
I
of it
won't
and
buy
go,
it.
wow, that's great.
Yeah, so I won't buy it or put it on the shopping list or anything, but
No.
if I go to someone's house and they have, like, the orange one or they have the blackcurrant one, I will lean towards the orange one, but I never buy
Yeah.
it.
Weird, right?
I Weird.
Yeah.
And do you know what else is weird? Well, it's not weird, it's just a question.
Yeah.
So say I say to you, right, go to the shop, I want Oasis, but I want 2 of them.
Yeah.
So me and my partner have this discussion, right? Is it Oasis's or is it Oasi?
Oasis's.
Oasis's.
That's
But that
how I would
doesn't
say it.
flavor 2 Oasi. I don't
Nah,
know.
don't do that to
Yeah,
me.
but it's got a bit of a twang to it, hasn't it?
A
Oasi.
wayside. No, that makes it
It sounds almost
sound.
tropical.
Yeah, a wayside. You know? If you Oasis. No, I can't say it any other way than that. Can you get me some Oasises? That's how I would say it.
So that's how I say it, but then we're always like, is it Oasis or is it Oasi? And then sometimes we just switch it up and we just,
Have
I don't
fun with
know, we
it.
use both.
Have
Yeah.
fun with it. What's the rules? There is no rules.
I'd love to know the plural though. I might like message the company and just be like, excuse me,
How do you pronounce this correctly?
what is the plural of your product?
But underrated, massively underrated. I don't think enough people buy that. I never see anybody with a small bottle of Oasis in their hand. You always see someone with a bottle of Coke. I don't really see many
Dr.
people
Pepper.
with, yeah, I see loads with Dr. Pepper. I don't see many people with a bottle of Sprite or 7 Up in their hand. Just
No,
lemonade.
because lemonade or anything lemonade-y is only good if you put it in gin.
Nah, no,
Like on its
no.
own, it's not a drink.
No, I disagree. I disagree.
Mm,
Because, right, you know, if you go out and you have a, like, say, I don't know, you have a takeaway, right? I think lemonade doesn't bloat you like Coke or Dr.
no,
Pepper does. I think Dr. Pepper
I
and
think
Coke
lemonade.
bloats you.
You know when you open it and then you go to take a sip,
Yeah.
it goes in your airways before you've drank it, and it like knocks you out a little bit. And like, so like Coke and Dr. Pepper, I'll have it, you know, at a pub.
Yeah.
Like if I order a pub meal, I'm just like, yeah, Pepsi or Coke, whatever you've got. But I will never go to the shop and buy a bottle of Coke or a can of Coke or anything like that. So I can't burp, right? Never been able to. Mum says even as a baby, I didn't burp. Like
There
I
is a
don't
thing
have.
for that, you know. That is an actual thing.
Yeah,
I
but I just
know
don't have the ability to burp
I know
ever.
a few people like that, you know. It's actually really common that people can't burp and people can't get hiccups. They
Oh, I get hiccups all the
There's two
time.
things.
I can't burp and I can't blow my nose. I don't know if
That's
they're
weird.
connected or what, but it's really annoying. But if I drink like Coke, I feel it like there it sits on my chest.
Ah, yeah, because
Whereas like
especially if you
Fanta,
can't
Tango,
release,
anything like
so
that, yeah, like it hurts my chest. It gives me actual pain. Whereas like Fanta, Tango, things like that, like fruity things, don't seem to do it.
yeah.
But lemonade will do it.
Lemonade's
If it's with gin, I can tolerate it.
the lemonade is the worst for wanting to burp. It's so like, what do they call it when they actually do it? What's the process of it? Like adding gas to it.
Carbonate,
Yeah, carbonated.
like carbonated.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
making it carbonated. That is the most carbonated out of all of them. But, yeah, then I've got one for you. So, would you have Dr. Pepper Coca-Cola or Pepsi? Because I think they're in the same category.
I think I'd go for Pepsi because it's less gassy to me.
Okay. I'd always pick Coca-Cola, I think. I would always pick Coca-Cola.
If I could burp, I'd probably go Coca-Cola, but
if I said to you, right, you can only drink one of the items, but in a specific way. So have it on draft, so like at the pub, how they do it at the pub, in a can, in a bottle, or glass bottles. What would you pick?
draft. I don't know why it always tastes less fizzy. Like it's still fizzy to the point where it's nice, but it's that thing, you know, where you open up a bottle and you get like the bubbly air that just it goes up your nose and it hurts.
Yeah, I get that.
Like,
Yeah,
please tell me you understand.
I
that.
understand exactly
You don't
what
get that
you
when
mean.
you have it in a pub.
I get that.
Which is why I'll always have it as my drink, like when I go to Spoons or out for a meal, but I will never go and buy a bottle of Coke.
See, you're going wrong with the spoons thing, right? I'm going to go off a bit here, and I'll come back to it. But spoons, you need to take advantage of what you can have with your meal. Monster Mango Loco, they put on the spoons list. That's what you can have as one of your drinks. No way you go for anything other than a Mango Loco.
Monster is just bad.
I agree, but not Mango Loco. That tastes amazing. It tastes like Rubicon on steroids. It's great. That is the best one.
Who the hell goes to a pub and goes, yeah, give me a Monster?
Yeah, but when you go to Wetherspoons, Monster Mango Loco, right, is
I'm just
the drink to choose at Wetherspoons.
Because what the hell?
Right, in the comments section. Get in that comment section. What drink would you have with your spoons meal? Because you don't have to pay for the upgrade if you have a soft drink, do you? You just get one included, right?
Yeah, but it's only like an extra £2 to have an alcoholic drink,
yeah.
So you may as well just have a beer.
But if we forget the beer, if you went for the soft drink, what would you pick? And if you went for beer, what beer would you pick? Now, if I said you could only drink one beer, just a lager for now, or an IPA.
Ones that they have at Spoons?
Well, not necessarily what they have at Spoons, because they have limited.
Okay, well, I like the fact that Spoons has punk, so that.
Yeah. They also have Blue Moon, don't they, at Spoons? That is underrated. Anybody who tries it, underrated. Just saying. But, sorry.
I usually just have punk. I mean, Budweiser's a nice beer. That's what I have, like, when I'm at home. If we can get a sponsorship deal, that'd be great.
Budweiser. Bud Light.
I don't like the light ones.
I don't mind it. It's all right.
Budweiser's like a cheap one to just have at home.
It is
but
cheap.
If I go out, I'm like, I deserve a treat for being out the house.
Okay, so what would you pick? It's on tap.
So I like things like Moretti, San Miguel.
Some good ones there. Beer Moretti's a beautiful one.
Coors is okay if I'm feeling like a bit of a soft bitch who can't really drink but kind of wants to.
That's what I like at Spoons, a Coors Light. Coors Light at Spoons. That's what I'd pick at Spoons.
It wouldn't be my first choice, but you know when you're just a bit like, I don't want to feel like I'm drinking beer, but I want a beer. That's the way to go, because it's just a soft drink. Like, it's not... I don't know how to explain it. It feels soft.
Yeah, it's not like as tough as some of the other beers out there. Like, if you have a beer Moretti, you know you're drinking lager. It's there. It punches you in the face. But I love beer Moretti. But is it the Stella Artois one? So not normal Stella.
No.
It's the one that's like the higher percentage one. Like the special one.
No, you can't drink Stella. You can't.
No, right.
Are you on about the Estrella?
That might be the one, yeah.
That it's got the red star on it.
That's Estrella, right?
Yeah.
No.
There's two that are spelt the same.
No, it is Stella, but it's like the higher percentage version, and it's like on the same percentage. Because I think the normal one's like 3.9 or something.
No, we don't do Stella over
and it's like 5.5%. It tastes amazing. It tastes like beer Moretti. Like it's a good lager.
You can't go out and willingly drink a Stella.
Yeah, but it's
the same as going to a pub and ordering like
different.
a Carling or a Foster's. Like, you can't.
Yeah, but I won't
it's not
order
okay.
that. I won't order. Actually,
no, but you'll order a Stella.
Tell a lie. No, but it's different to Stella. It's different.
No, but it's It's not.
It
though, is
tastes
it?
different. It's completely different. It's a different thing. Like, but back in the day, you know, when you had to pick a cheap beer, it would have been Carlin. I'm sorry, that's the truth. It would have been a Carlin.
I think you're on about a different drink because they're all called Stella Artois, but they're like so they do a non-alcoholic version,
Yeah.
a cider, a lager, and I don't know what this is. I've never heard of that. I think
It's one that's
you
a higher
just go out and drink
percentage.
Stella.
No, there's a higher percentage one. I can't remember what it's called. And I know because they sell it in the pub near me, and it's a Marston's. They sell it in Marston's, definitely, 1,000,000%. There's two versions. There's one that's like a normal version, like just normal Stella, and then there's like a slightly higher version of it, like a higher percentage version. But it's lovely. It's really nice.
I'm really disappointed in you.
But
I think we should change the topic now.
beer Moretti would be my choice. Now I'm going back to the Coke thing. Right, there's something special about having Coca-Cola in a glass bottle. Right?
It's better than in a can or like a plastic bottle.
There's something special about it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because when I was a kid, you used to go to like your grandma's and you used to have Coca-Cola in a glass bottle. I don't know why it is, but there's something special about it being in a glass bottle for me.
I think it's like most drinks. Like beers will taste different being in a bottle compared to a can. I will always prefer a bottle of Bud rather than a can.
100%. You get a tinny taste out of a can. That's the bit I don't
It's
like.
not even that. It feels different. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I can't taste a can, but no, maybe I can. I don't know. It's just like it's not the same as a bottle.
It's weird. It's like, you know, when you have a tin of beans, you get that metallic-y taste sometimes if you don't cook them long enough. That's the taste you get out of a can.
Hang on. How can you screw up cooking beans? How can you undercook baked beans?
Well, if you just don't cook them long enough, it's that metallic-y taste. Either or. My point is, it's like putting coins in your mouth. That's the problem with having cans. It's gross. You should not have cans. It's just a no-no. If you're going to pick them up, you've got to have bottles. I couldn't do it. I can't do cans. Just couldn't do it.
I'd prefer a bottle, but I didn't buy these cans, so it's free, so I'm going to drink it.
Yeah, damn straight you are. Especially if it's free. If it's free beer you're wanting, then please go to your pantry and steal from your parents. It doesn't matter which context it's in then. Yes, you watching this video right now, why are you not liked and subscribed and put in the comments section? If you didn't know already, we're giving you a £50 giveaway or the newest Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, which comes out at the beginning of November. Now, there's a few ways to enter this competition, and I'm going to tell you them right now. Liking, subscribing on the YouTube page, or following us on Kick and getting involved. Give us your information privately on our Snapchat, our Instagram, our Discord. You can get hold of us in any way, shape and form, and everything will be revealed on our Halloween special on Kick. So you need to make sure that you're in there. Ellie's got the T's and C's in it.
So first off, we need to say this competition or prize is in no way affiliated with YouTube or sponsored by YouTube. This is us doing this for you guys. It's a way of saying thank you for the support that we've been shown so far and, you know, for the next month. So yeah, to be entered, all you have to do is basically be active on one of our platforms. So YouTube, Kick, our social medias. We need to know who you are. As we said, it's a way of saying thank you. So we don't want it to just be people who just follow or show up just for the draw. We want it to go to someone who's been there and been supporting us. But yeah, that's all you have to do. You don't have to submit any forms or anything like that. The draw will be done on the 31st of October on our live episode over on Kick to be able to claim if you are the winner. So we will spin the wheel at the start of the live show, and whoever wins has 20 minutes to contact us to claim the prize. If there's no winner that's come forward within 20 minutes, we will spin again. So be there to claim. Or if you can't make it, let us know in advance and let us know your preferred method of contact so that we can let you know if you win. If we don't have contact details or we don't know that you're not going to be there and you win, you're not going to get it. So make sure you send your details or make sure you are there.
Boom. Thank you. And back to the video.
Can we just talk about girl math for a minute?
Of course.
We had so many topics to talk about, but we've done none of them. So, I was just like, oh, this beer was free. It was. I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
But I bought other things that kind of equaled it out. So, but it's free because I didn't buy it, right?
It's free.
And I've been seeing a lot of TikToks about girl math and how girls will say something's free. There's like a rule to it. Have you seen them?
Yeah, and I'm on the same wavelength because I think the same thing. I must be a part of girl maths.
Right.
I agree with that.
So I saw one the other night, right? And my partner was like, no, that's stupid. And I'm like, no, but it makes sense, right? So if I buy concert tickets, so say I go online and I'm like, right, I'm going to buy like Luke Combs tickets, right? I'm not, because I couldn't get them because they sold out. Thanks. But anyway, say I went online, bought them, and then the concert rolls around, say it's like a year later. Again, it's not, it's like next month, but it's fine. By the time you go, that ticket was free.
Yeah, because it's already paid for. It's done.
Yeah,
it's already
that's
gone.
money that I've forgotten about.
Yeah, because it was paid 3 months ago and you've been paid since then, that money is in theory pointless and useless and futile. I agree with the girl math physics. I think it's great.
So, what about this one? If I lent you money...
Yep.
So say you said to me, if you got 20 quid, and I'm like, yeah, and you're like, cool, I'll pay you back. If I give you 20 quid and you pay me back before my next payday, you've paid me back.
Correct.
But if you pay me back after I've been paid, you're gifting me £20.
Correct. That £20 is then extra to what I had.
That is free money to me.
Free money.
You've just given me £20. Now I owe you £20.
Yes.
I'm not going to give it you, but technically, I owe it you.
Yeah, because in theory, it's topping up your current balance, even though it didn't need to be topped up.
Yeah.
That's it.
It just makes sense.
It does,
and,
I agree.
Ordering stuff online. So, I can't remember, I'm bad with numbers, I don't do numbers, but it was like, if I order something online and it's like 50 quid, or say it's like 70 quid, but if you spend 100, you get free delivery. But if you just spend the 70, you have to pay £10 delivery.
I would spend that 100 just to get the free delivery.
You'd pay the extra 30.
Yep.
Technically, yes, okay, you've spent an extra 20 quid.
But it's free delivery.
It's free 30 quid.
Yeah. Well, no, it's free £20.
That £20 doesn't count. It's free.
Yeah. Agreed. Because then you're getting the delivery for free. I agree with the logic completely. I agree.
Like when you get refunded for something, they're just giving you money. Like, it's not my money that you're giving me back. You're like, when I get a refund from Boohoo, by the time it's processed and it comes through, they've given me a gift.
Thank you, Boohoo.
Right. Although I lost my Boohoo gift card email, got deleted, and now I can't get it, and I'm really sad.
Boohoo.
They gave me £20.
That was great. He's got the dad jokes going on. He's got the dad jokes going on.
We've been recording for 20 minutes. I've threatened to leave twice. Sort your shit out, Les. Sort your shit out.
That is the best one. So, unlucky Boohoo. Oh, that's so funny. The worst bit is I'm laughing at my own joke, so that's even worse.
That is the worst bit.
I hope there's people laughing out there with me, because if not,
I can almost guarantee that there is no one laughing with you.
Maybe one person. Someone will get the dad joke.
Probably me dad.
Yeah. They'll go, I like him. I like that joke. Oh dear. But yeah, no, I agree with the logic of girl math. I think it is amazing, and I agree, and I live by the same logic, because if that money comes into your account after your new payday, then boom, you're good to go. Yeah, everything is free.
Extra money.
Everything, all that stuff is free because it's already been paid for and it's already acquired. It's like going on holiday, or when it's already paid for.
I know what you're going to say. No.
Oh no! So I was going to say it's like going on holiday when it's already paid for. you're not bothered about it then when you're spending £300 more that you've took as spending money because it's already on a free holiday in your mind because it's already paid for. So if you spend anything extra, it's the holiday money. It is what it is. I'm on holiday.
So say you draw out like 800 quid, you transfer it into like euros or whatever, wherever you're going, right? You take that 800 euros and you come back with 750. You've got 50 quid free.
Free
money.
Like
anything that I buy with that 50 quid is now free.
It is. I agree. Because you intended to spend that money.
I love free stuff.
Because you intended to spend that money. In theory, that money's spent.
Yeah, you thought you were coming back with nothing. You've already spent it by like taking it out.
Yep. So if you come back with any extra,
so now it's free.
You're winning. That's it.
Exactly.
Done.
Why don't more people get this? It just makes sense.
It makes sense. Girl maths is a thing. I agree with it.
This is why I like doing rounds of drinks when you go out, because I only pay for one drink. Like, I only pay for one round, or if it goes round again, like 2 rounds.
Yeah.
But all the rest of them are free.
Correct.
It just makes sense.
Correct. Sometimes, though, sometimes, and this is the only other thing, right, that you find with people, right, when you're doing rounds, and it does annoy me, and I won't lie, on their first round, what they'll do is they'll buy a Coke, right, and then when everybody else pays, it's, oh no, I'll have a double vodka and cranberry. Right, okay. Gets back round to their round. Water. I think we just need to have, relax, guys. And should we go back to beers for a round? You'll all have a beer for the round. And then after they'll be like, woo, let's have some more shots. Do you know what I mean? When it's not their round to pay and you just sat there like...
I do, but I'm also really bad for this. So when we met... This is going to sound really bad. I can't tell the whole story in case this person's watching. But basically, we met up with a group of people and a few of us were there before the others, right? And I'm like, well, they're late, so whatever, I'm thirsty. Hey guys, I'll get this round. Because there was only 3 of us instead of 6.
Yes. Smart maths, okay, the meme.
I'm going to admit to something here, but I'm not going to say names, okay? If you know who you are, no, you don't, okay? So I actually saw the other people over the other side of the pub, but they hadn't messaged to say they were there. So in my mind, I was like, I technically don't know they're here. So I'm going to buy a round for the 3 people that are currently here. And then I walked over and I'm like, oh, you're already here? Oh my God, I've just gone and got some drinks. Oh, don't worry, I'll get the next one. Knowing damn well they're going to forget about it.
Yeah.
I get the next one.
And then they got the next one and the next one. And you're like, wait.
I am that guy.
I'm too drunk for the round.
I mean, in my defense, the way I see it, right, if they were that bothered, they would have been like, oh, go get me one. Don't ask, you don't get.
That's also true. That is also true.
That they didn't get a free drink from me. So
I believe in that ethic in life. If you don't ask, you will never get. And it's the same with anything. And I think that's how you get further in life. Because if you're afraid to ask for something, it will never happen. And I think that's just it as a sole fact. If you turn around and you don't give yourself the opportunity to push yourself further, whether that's at work, whether that's literally in a bar with your friends, and you go, come on, mate, it's your turn, isn't it? Whatever it may be, I don't think you'll get any further. I think that's a good philosophy to live by. You've got to shoot your shots. If you don't shoot your shots, you're going to miss every time. But at least if you shoot some shots, you're going to get some of them in.
So what you're saying is, I should message Ronan Keating.
Damn straight you should.
And shoot my shot.
100%. What are the chances they will see it? But at least you tried. See if she's doing it right now. Ronan, I love you. Swish.
To be fair, I'm kind of like, I could message him and be like, marry me, just do it. But I don't want to disrespect his wife because she seems really nice. So I'm.
But then if he does that, he's the one disrespecting his wife, not you. Come on, know your role. You know what I mean? You're not the one disrespecting the wife. If he turns around and goes, Sam, let's do this. That's on him. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not on you.
You got a point.
It's not on you, is it? Whoa, I didn't make him do it.
But I'd probably feel a little bit bad.
That's his problem. He's the one that did it.
But
you know what I mean?
As you just said, shoot your shot, you know.
Shoot that shot. You ain't going to get anywhere not throwing any, are you? Facts. Facts. Facts of life.
Next time I get really drunk, I'm going to remember this conversation.
Where's...
And there's just going to be lots of messages to Ronan.
Ronan, I absolutely love you. Just 1 second. Can I borrow £500? But don't expect it back. Smiley face.
No. Don't expect it back before your next payday.
That's the
one.
If
it's after, you're not bothered about it. It's free money.
It's free money.
You don't care whether you get it or not.
It's free money after that point. No one's bothered then.
Out of interest, what date do you normally get paid of the month? Just so I know for future.
The last day of every month.
Right, so if I ever do end up borrowing money off you, I don't think I ever will, but if I ever do, I'll pay you back the next month.
I like that. We live by the same philosophy, and I do like that. I respect it. I really do. I think it's great. Oh dear. I feel like we've gone on a massive tandem already. I didn't even think we was even meant to be on about this. Started with Oasis, now look where we are.
We picked out 3 topics to talk about. We've done none of them.
Yet.
Maybe we'll get there, maybe we won't.
That's the decision. If I'm completely honest with you, though, there is so much stuff to talk about between me and you. We could literally go on forever and ever. I don't think there's ever an ending point. We literally have to sit there and stop ourselves. You guys see it from your edited view, which is absolutely lovely. But from our side, we're like, the timer's coming up. We need to stop now. And we're like, but we're not finished.
The best bit is, before we record or before we go live, every time we're like, right, what are we talking about? We don't want to get stuck. We don't want to be like, oh my God, where do we go? Yet every single time, we've completely missed every topic we've actually brought up.
Every topic.
Unless it's the first thing that we jump straight into.
Yeah.
But we've never set out like 2 or 3 topics for an episode and done both of them in the same episode.
That is very true.
Because we do one and then we go off on something completely random.
Yeah, even like the lives with what would you do or the would you rathers and stuff like that. We do them because we plan them and we enjoy them bits, which we do. We enjoy talking about those bits. But then after we finish them, the structured side, and we go to the non-structured bit at the end, it will then go on for another hour of randomness, which never stops, ever. And it will never stop, ever. It will continue for as long as it can.
At least we know we'll never run out of stuff to talk about.
That's a very valid point. Very valid point. Don't you think that there's loads of Weatherspoons just popping up everywhere? I know going back to the Weatherspoons thing, but they are everywhere, right?
I don't know. When you say popping up everywhere, do you mean like new ones or they're
literally? Because
I feel like
new ones. Because I see
I
them
haven't seen
everywhere.
any new ones, but I feel like they're just there. Like they don't get built.
You never see them get built. They just appear.
No, yeah, like they're just there. Like where?
So one which I was really confused about, which is quite a new one to the area. So in Sheffield, for all the people, I'm wearing a Sheffield United shirt now. Sheffield used to be called, there's a restaurant that used to be called Damon's, right? 1 minute it was there, now it's a massive Weatherspoons. Like, I'd never seen it under construction, didn't know it wasn't Damon's. Now it's flipping Weatherspoons and it's massive. It's like a giant circle building that's a Weatherspoons, and I was like, this was not a Weatherspoons. Went there thinking it was Damon's, and Damon's does like steak and ribs and things like that. There's still a few of them open. But went there and was like, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. You know what I mean? Like walking in, it's like flipping footballs on TV over there, playing Sky Sports features, and then they've got you flipping Nan's plates on the table. I was like, there's only one place that this can be. You know what I mean?
Well, the one near me, right? So I remember when that was new. I just remember, like, there's a new thing. I didn't know it was a chain thing at the time. I was quite young. I'm like, oh, there's a thing
Yeah.
here. Cool. But for the life of me, I have no idea what was there before. And why do I not know what was there before, even though I remember that one opening? There was something there before, and I remember going past and being like, that's new. But what was
Aliens.
new? Because what was there?
Aliens control Weatherspoons because they just
Like, no,
appear.
but was it even a pub? Was the building there? I don't know.
It's weird, right? Literally, Weatherspoons are everywhere, but everybody understands Weatherspoons as well. So if you talk to anyone and you just go Weathers, they know exactly what you're talking about.
Who says
It's
weathers?
just a thing in it. You
No,
don't
you
say
say
Weathers.
spoons.
Some people say spoons. We just say Weathers. Weathers, isn't it?
No, it's just spoons.
Everybody has their own abbreviation. We're not going to judge you on that.
But you can be anywhere in the UK, right?
But if you say anything like that, they know
Other than,
exactly what you're talking about.
but anywhere in the UK, right? You could be like, oh, where shall we eat? You can be in any city, any little minor city or
Town.
suburb. Yeah. And they're just like, oh, there's a spoons just up there.
Yeah, because there is in every town.
Everywhere.
Every town. I live in a small
There's
town,
more.
and there's two Weatherspoons right next door to each other. That's the worst bit. So anybody who knows me and knows where I live, there's a Weatherspoons here on this side of the street. You go round the corner, there's the other Weatherspoons. They're both connected at the back. Why? Why is there two Weatherspoons that's connected at the back? Called different names. They are completely different. One of them turns into a nightclub. The other one, yeah, Weatherspoons that turns into a nightclub. Mad. And the other one,
We have one of
and
them.
the other one turns into like a drinkers pub till like 1 a.m. But they're two separate things, like with a building in between, and they're like, because they're on like corners, they're like that, back to back, with like a gap in the middle, but they share the same back passage. Weird, man. Weird. Don't need two.
That is weird.
But everybody loves Weatherspoons. I don't know.
No, but you do need two because we've got two in our city, right? But one of them, like you say, turns into a nightclub,
Yeah,
like later on.
yeah,
And the other one is like, you know, when you go in a local pub and you're like, you feel really out of place, like it's all the oldies with like the oldies music and everyone knows everyone.
yeah. That's what one
One
of
of
them's
them's like
like.
that. So you need two because you got to go for different vibes, you know?
See, I enjoy going to the oldies one as your
I do.
pre-drinks. That's a great place.
Oh, no, I just like it in there.
That's a great place. Yeah, but you know when you was a kid and you started going out drinking, because you do your Weatherspoons first, always would. I went to them ones first, so to the older one first, and then to the other one, which was a bit more
Yeah, see, if
nightclubby,
I
like
went
music.
to the older one, I wouldn't want to leave.
I do enjoy that vibe now as an adult. Now I'm more mature.
You're not mature.
I prefer that now. I can't deal with all the flipping rave music and the gangster music, Dead Lad, and everybody like. Don't get me wrong, I like that type of music, but I just don't want it flipping bursting my eardrums and everybody like sweating on a dance floor near each other, going, "Yeah, you alright, mate? Yeah, I'm having a good time. Yeah, son. My other mates are over here. I'm gonna go and speak to them. See you, baby." Do you know what I mean? That's literally what you get in a nightclub. I don't see the enjoyment in it. What is fun
No, I
about doing
hate
that?
them.
Where you can sit down with people that you enjoy and want to spend time with, sit and have a decent conversation about random shit like we do here. And then if you see some other people that you want to try and get joining into the conversation, making new friends, you can bring them over, join tables together. How many times do you do that? Easy. It's easy to do.
Yeah, like you go into the oldest one, you make so many new
You
friends.
do.
Like they're all like elderly people that are drunk and don't know what the fuck's going on, but they are the best people.
They are. They have so many good stories as well. It's so many.
I love it.
So many good
I
stories.
love it.
And
So we used to go to a pub that was like near. So when I used to work at this place, a few of us after work would go to this pub, and then a few other people would come and join us. And they had this battleships game, right? So it was like one of the, I don't know what they're called, but like the pub game things
Yeah.
where you put the money in, whatever. And it was battleships, but it was like to sink a ship, you had to answer like trivia questions. So like one was music, one was sport, one was like famous people or whatever, like different categories.
Yeah.
None of us that went knew anything about sport. So we'd be in this pub all the time, and when it came to sport, we'd just shout out sports ones and just shout out the questions. And someone from the other end of the bar, they'd be like, "Who won? I don't know, the World Cup in whatever year?" And we'd just shout it out, and someone from across the bar would just shout the answer. We'd be like, "Cheers, mate!" And like everyone's so friendly.
Yeah.
But you do that in like not a nightclub, but like a younger people place, you'd probably just get slapped.
Shut up, you dickhead!
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, it's like two different complete mentalities. And I think that's what separates people now. I think there's people who can sit there and have conversations with each other and genuinely bond through human interaction, and people who can only interact via the internet and texting. I think there's two different generations of people. Like, for example, me and you, when we message each other, 90% of the time it's voice notes. Why? Because it's easier than texting. You actually hear what the person's saying, you understand what they're saying. Granted, half of the time you get 2-3 word replies from me and you're like, that was a 60-second voice note, what a dick. But sometimes it's like, I'll send you one back and it's like that, like a conversation. And they're the two different types of people. You'll find people who just text and people who prefer phone calls. And I just prefer calling people, hate texting. Hate it.
So I love the fact that you just said that about voice notes, because everyone is always on my back about sending voice notes, right? They're like, why don't you just message it? And I'm like, because, so I can have a question, so I can message you and be like, hey, what time are we recording this podcast, right? But if I send you a text, you're going to say 8 p.m. or whatever. If I voice note you, I'm going to have like loads of questions. So I'll be like, hey, what time are we doing this podcast? Also, what do you want to talk about? I saw this thing on TikTok. I'm not typing all of that.
No, it takes
right?
too long.
So I voice note and then I go off on little side quests.
Yeah.
And bear in mind, I get it, right? The amount of times I send voice notes, it could be an entire podcast episode on its own. Like, they're so long. And my partner's always like, I'm not listening to that. Like, well, you kind of have to. Like, I put time and effort into this.
I do.
I have sent like 13-minute long voice notes before. It's fine, right?
Fucking hell.
I have a lot to say. But if you reply in a voice note, I'll be like, I'm not listening to that. Like, why you just message me? Unless, so if someone sends me one that's like 30 seconds or longer, fine. But if I voice note you and you reply back and it's 7 seconds long, you could have typed that.
Yeah.
I was not going to type out 13 minutes worth of conversation, but you could have typed out your answer and you chose to voice note me, and now I hate you. If I voice note you, don't voice note me back, okay?
Yeah, I get that.
There's one friend that I have, I'm not going to name, but has a really bad habit of doing it.
Not gonna name.
I'm going to voice note you and it's fine, but don't send me one back because I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not. I don't care. I'm not doing it. And I know it's really selfish and it's really one-sided. I get it. But just deal with it. Because, yeah. So I'm glad that you like receiving my voice notes, because everyone else is just like, oh, I'm not listening to that.
Because, yeah.
But at least you send long ones back. You either type the message if it's a quick reply or voice note for a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
That's fine. But don't voice note it back and just go, yeah, sound.
I get that. I do get that.
You could have typed it.
Yeah, I get that. I do get that, as I know exactly what you mean.
Like, I've had to pause my TV show to listen to a voice note just to hear you go, yeah, cool.
That would piss me off also.
Pisses me
So
off.
I'd agree with that.
Don't do it. Don't do it, guys.
I'd agree with that 100%. Now, going off topic again, did you see that Kansas City absolutely slapped on Sunday?
I haven't. So I wasn't here. I was away in Wales with all the fields and the sheep and, yeah, great times. I haven't watched any of the NFL games.
Do you know any of the scores?
I'm going to. No, don't tell me. Do not tell me the Patriots score.
It's gutted. Well, I can tell you that we won. Anyway, you can watch it. We absolutely dominated. It was a really good.
Could your guys actually catch the ball this time?
Yes.
Well,
yes. And Patrick Mahomes had a big smile on his face for a change.
I love that guy.
You always feel bad when he's not
so
smiling.
Bad for him. That last game that I watched with you, I felt so bad for that guy. His team failed him.
Oh, yeah. No, but it was worse when we played the Jaguars the week after. It was exactly the same.
What's that guy's name? Was it the wide receiver dude? What was his name? Like, someone dipped his hands in vegetable oil. Like he just
Yeah,
dropped
Tony.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor
Was
man.
making memes and everything about him. They absolutely slammed him.
It was the one where they were like him trying to get into the building the next day, and it was like the door just not opening.
Yeah, it's scanning his keycard, door wasn't working. Yeah, about that, mate. Unfortunately, you're not welcome anymore. But you know what? To be fair to him, right? On the Jaguars game, he played outstanding in the Jaguars game, and he played outstanding this week as well. So, to be fair to him, recovered massively. Massively
I
recovered.
should hope so. He owed them.
It did after week one. Week one was tough for Kansas City. It was very tough. But it was for you guys, though. But you had the Eagles off the rip, and you were so close to literally clipping them on that first week because you played
I'm still
so
pissed
bad
about
in the
that.
first quarter, but then you played amazing in the fourth quarter. It was like, what? Completely different team. I can remember sitting there watching that because I went away, fell asleep or whatever I did, and then come back again. And you was like, where have you gone? Why have you gone again? Where have you disappeared to? You said you was watching this with me. And I disappeared.
You made me suffer through that on my
I
own.
disappeared. Then I came back. But I did come back. But that was good, though. So,
yeah, I mean, don't tell me the score from
I won't.
Sunday's game. I'm going to watch it probably tomorrow. I'm going to guess they probably sucked because they usually do. I mean, they're my team, and I want to be like, yeah,
He was against the Packers.
and I want to support them, right? But they're making it very difficult to support them right now.
No, you did fine. So, Ellie's a Patriots fan, and I'm a Kansas City fan. So, and then Beardo, wherever he is, being a Buffalo Bills fan.
I still think Buffalo Bills is not the name of a football team. It is a steakhouse.
It does sound like a steakhouse.
It just doesn't sound like a sports thing.
No, it doesn't.
It sounds like, oh mate, fancy going down Buffalo Bills for some chicken wings.
Yeah.
Like it's no, it's not okay. It's
it
not
doesn't
right.
sound anything other than a steakhouse. So I can only but agree with you on this particular occasion. So, unlucky Bills, you're dead. You are dead. Now, I do have a question for you. And it's a bit of a difficult one. If you won the lottery, right, let's just say it's 135 million. It's a lot of money. You can do a lot with that money. What would you do with it?
Buy a house.
What's the first thing you would do?
Houses.
So you just got the phone call.
Order a takeaway.
You just got the phone call and they went, congratulations, Ellie. We've just put £135 million into your bank account. What would you do that second?
Order food. The first thing I do when I get paid is I buy food. Because I feel rich. So it's just food time. I think, what would I do? I'd want to travel. I think I'd travel and like buy like houses or little holiday homes in a few places, sort my parents, like make sure they've got, somewhere decent to live.
Yeah.
That they enjoyed, like look after them. And I don't know, I think I'd want to travel. But I also think, so I've always thought getting rich must be really boring after a while because obviously you don't need to work. So you wake up and it's like, what am I going to do today? And you're like, cool, I'm rich. I can go shopping. I hate shopping, so I wouldn't really do that. But I can go and buy stuff. But after a while, that's going to get really boring. So I think you've got to do something to give your life purpose.
Okay.
So I think I would love to travel and do like almost like volunteer work in different countries.
Yeah.
Just because otherwise you're going to wake up and just be bored.
Okay. So that would be like the lifelong plan of it. So you'd do a bit of volunteering. You'd obviously do this normal stuff by house and all that jazz.
Yeah, I do a lot of traveling. So I wanted to volunteer years ago. Like, these little places that do it where you go out to like other countries, you like volunteering things like building houses and doing all this stuff. But it costs you money to do it, which I didn't have at the time. And I was like, I won't want to stay in like these hostel things, and I'm quite fussy with food. So I'm like, if I was rich, I think I'd still want to go and do that stuff,
Yeah.
but I'd just go and stay somewhere a bit nicer and eat better food,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which I know kind of
It
defeats
does
the
a
object,
little
but
bit, a little
yeah, but
bit.
I'm also helping other people, and I'd be like donating money, and I'd be doing good shit with it. But I'm also not staying in a hostel with 20 other people in the same room because fuck you guys. I
Yeah,
no.
I get that. I do get that. I think if I'd told that I was got 135 million, I think the first thing I'd do is like plan a massive holiday. I think that's the first thing that I would do. And the reason I would go like straight away on holiday, like right, going on holiday, family, friends, everybody, let's go. Let's all get on a big aeroplane and fuck off, right? Because I could cover their bills and stuff for the time that we're gone. They could quit their jobs because I'll look after them for the immediate. I'd go, right, quit your job, do everything. Let's just go. We'll worry about it when we come back. And I'd want to go like for a month and be by the beach, unlimited cocktails, have parties, have a great time. 5-star luxury for everybody for like a month. Because over that month, what you can do is you can sit there, you can plan what you want to do with the money, you can decide what you want to do, brainstorm with people ideas for businesses and stuff like that. So, say if we were sat there, for example, sat by the pool in flipping Mauritius, not worry having a care in the world because there's nothing going on, you can sit there and go, right, what should we do when we get back? And you kind of go, well, you've got 130 million to play with. You've just spent 5 million on taking everyone on holiday and looking after the bills for the next year. Like, what do you want to do? And you could sit there and like, I'd plan probably 2 or 3 businesses. That's the bit I would do to keep me busy. So I'd have some form of like car dealership, just like for luxury cars or something along them lines. And then look at like property and doing up houses. So a bit like, like these TV show people where they buy like crappy houses and then make them amazing, like the best things they've ever seen, and then sell them on and carry on doing that or renting them out. I'd love to do that. It'd be so much fun.
See, to be fair, anyone who knows me knows I spend a lot of time on The Sims. Just like I download all the custom content and I just make amazing houses. They're great. I really enjoy doing that. So I think if I had the money, I'd love to do that in real life, like design my own
Yeah.
house.
Well, design houses. Wouldn't just have to be
Well,
one,
yeah,
would
because
it? Because you could have the
I'd have
money.
one like here, not in my city, but like in the UK, because that's where my family is. Unless I even decided to move with my money. But I'd have a holiday home in Greece.
Yeah.
I'd love to buy some. So 135 mil, right? It's a lot.
A
However,
lot.
I have expensive taste. So I'm like, I'd love to buy a house like in the Hamptons or something. That's probably all your money gone.
Depends how
It's a bit
reasonable you
spenny
want
over
it to
there.
be. Because you could go and buy a house in like LA Hills in the Hamptons for like 130 million if you really wanted to. You could go and
Yeah,
spend
but
that sort of money on a house.
your money would be gone because you think by the time you've paid bills for a few years,
Yeah. You'd want something in like the
you're fucked.
States, in like LA or Miami or somewhere like that, that's going to cost you something like 3 to 5 million. Something that's going to be big, nice, have a nice swimming pool, be really luxurious, but not eat massively into that £135 million.
Yeah, see, I think I'd buy slightly cheaper property. I'd buy more expensive ones in places that I was going to go to a lot.
Yeah.
But other like little holiday homes, I'd just go cheaper and probably rent them out to cover like bills and stuff when I'm not there. Which I know sounds selfish because you're a multi-millionaire,
No,
but that money's going to run out if you're paying for like 7
yeah, it is,
properties
yeah.
for the rest of your life.
It'll run
That
out
money's going to run
hella
out.
quick. Hella quick.
So I'd buy cheaper ones that people are like. No one's going to rent out a $5 million house because if they have that sort of money, they're not renting, they're buying.
Where would you have your
Like,
houses? So if I said to you, right, you got your 135 mil, and I'll give you 5 countries. You can only have 5.
I'd have to have one here. I hate it here, but I'd have to.
Yeah. So the UK.
America, but I want East Coast and West Coast.
So that's
I
2.
can't choose.
So that's 3.
Right.
You've got 2 others.
Greece.
Greece is such a good shot.
And probably somewhere like in the Caribbean.
And somewhere in the Caribbean. See, that ain't too bad. But if you've got Greece, you wouldn't necessarily need the Caribbean, would you?
No, I would.
Well, you're a
Because they're the places
multi-millionaire.
that I think I'd want to go to. Whereas anywhere else is like you can just go on holiday whenever you want. You don't necessarily need a place there. They're places that I'd want to spend my time.
Yeah. See, the thing is, everything I hear about Los Angeles, just as the example, makes me definitely not want to live there or even have a
I wouldn't want to
holiday
live there. It's
home.
too busy.
Or even have a holiday home there. Everything about it seems... It'd be nice to visit, but I'm more than happy to stay in a hotel if I visit. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be there for like a month. I'd be there for like a week. And the same with like New York. I wouldn't want to be there for any longer than like a couple of weeks.
I don't think I'd like to visit there even for a week or two because it's just busy. Like the Hamptons, which I get is like in New York, but it's like not
Yeah.
really. That's fine, but like New York City, central to everything, no. I can't think of anything
Too
worse. I've
much.
been to London like twice in my life, and it's just the worst experience. And I imagine that times like a million
Yeah.
being in New York.
Yeah.
I'd hate it.
See, I think I'd have a house probably somewhere like Cheshire Way or somewhere a bit like that down south. I don't think I'd live as north as what I am now. I think I would move down south to be more in the city. So if I want to be in the city, I can be in the city, but I'm out of the
See, I want
city.
to be as far away from city as possible. We are not the
But
same.
I'm out of the city enough to, if I'm walking around doing my everyday, I'm not in the city, if that makes sense. So somewhere like that, which would be quite nice. Like Cheltenham. Cheltenham's a perfect example. So Cheltenham's just outside of London, probably about 45 minutes away from London. But 45 minutes isn't far if you wanted to nip into London. Do you know what I mean? Whereas,
I know what you mean,
yeah,
but we are not the same.
so that would be like quite a good one for me. So that's where I'd want to be in the UK. Then I'd pick somewhere in Florida because I just love it. It's amazing. What a state. Like Disney World is amazing. I'd be like a lifetime member. I think that place is great. And like theme parks, I absolutely love them. And that's where they all are. So I'd love that. That'd be like me all over. I think I'd have somewhere in Barbados. That's where some of my family's from. So Barbados would be beautiful. What a country. Right in the Caribbean, red hot, super nice. I'd probably pick Greece as well. You know, I love Greece. There's something special about Greece to me. I think it's such a special country. And I love going there. I think the people are amazing. I think the country is beautiful. And I think it's just a lovely place to go. And then I'd have one on the complete opposite side of the world in New Zealand. I think that would be where I put my last one. At the other side of the world, completely, that's like... The reason I'd like New Zealand is because it's a beautiful country, it's ran correctly, everything about it is fantastic, and you get the nice weather with the beautiful atmosphere, the palm tree lifestyle everywhere, bit like Hawaii. That's the only other place I'd have one if it wasn't in New Zealand, Hawaii. Wow, imagine having a house in Hawaii. That would be great.
Yeah, I would love that, to be fair.
That one would be a good one. That is just, it's like paradise. I don't think you can get anything better. I wouldn't want like a private island or anything that ridiculous, but I would definitely love to be in Hawaii. Beautiful. Wow, what a country. What
It's kind of depressing talking about this.
Why? It's always that good thing. It's like the dream you chase after.
Yeah, but it's depressing because I'm like, oh, imagine a house in Hawaii. Like you walk out and you just see all those like the hills and the
The
sea, and it's just
mountains
beautiful.
and yeah.
Yeah. And then tomorrow I'm gonna walk out my front door and be like, well, shit.
Concrete jungle. Here we go again.
It's just kind of depressing. So, have you watched Death in Paradise,
No.
or have you seen any episodes of it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, really good show, like really chill. It's one of those things you can put on that's easy watching.
Yeah.
Like you want to watch it, but you don't have to like really concentrate and be invested in it, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
okay.
So I've watched it a few times. I'm watching back through it again now with my partner.
Yeah.
He watches stuff so slow it really pisses me off. I just want to binge the whole thing. No, it's such a like feel good show, right? Okay, it's called Death in Paradise, right? Someone gets murdered every episode, which is not necessarily that feel good, but like the vibes. It's set in the Caribbean, so it's filmed on Guadeloupe, and it's set in somewhere called Saint Marie, which is not a real place. It's like made for the show.
Yeah.
And you watch it and you're like, oh, I love this, like the music, the vibes, like I want to be there. And then the show finishes, you turn it off, and then I'm just depressed because I'm like, I don't live there.
No.
It's fun while you're watching it, but afterwards I'm just like, I hate my life. I hate everything. I hate where I live. It's raining outside. It's cold. Like, why am I not there? And I always say to people, like I said it to my dad the other day, the world is huge, right? There's so many countries, there's so many nice places. There's so many places that are just pretty and fun and where you can't be sad if you're there.
Yeah.
Yet we live here. That's a choice. Like I get this stuff going on in life, whatever, why either you moved here or you've chose to stay here. But the fact is it's a choice.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are we living here? We have this entire world and we choose to stay here. Why?
Comfort.
Why? No, it's not comfortable here. It's horrible.
Because it's the mentality of comfort. That you don't want to explore the unknown and you don't want to start again and you know your family's here and things stick you to here without you even knowing it. It's like so difficult with how life is. It makes you stick to where you are and it doesn't let you move away from it. So that's how life gets you. It ties you in with a job, and then makes you get, say, like a mortgage. And once you got a mortgage, you're then tied to the place, and you can't really go away because all your money's invested in something, and you can't move away from it. You need to like sell it up if you're gonna then do it, which is a long process. And then your mind kind of just keeps going back to the comfort thought of, oh, it's just easier if I stay. It's easier if I stay. It's easier if I stay.
I don't want to be here.
Then
I think I don't have the money to move.
Then it is to.
But if my parents sold this house, we could buy somewhere. So I kind of need them to do it, but they're not. They're not doing it.
Yeah, buy a new house. Swap your house out.
Like, there's nothing keeping us here. Like, I get families here, right? I love my family. I have a great family. But I would leave all of them behind if I could go and live somewhere else. Like, I still love them, but I'm going to love them from afar.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to be here to like you, okay?
But then that one time when you really, really just want your mum, and I know this sounds so silly.
Oh no, Mum! Anywhere I go, Mum always coming with me.
Yeah,
like...
that was quick. Yeah, that's what I mean.
She's
the
coming.
one time where you're like, yeah, I'm adult now. I can do what I want. I want to move away. But that one feeling that you can never get from anywhere. And this is the same with everybody. And you always have that one person in your life, whether it's a parent, whether it's a really close friend, or whatever it is you can't leave that person. That person has to come with you. Because if you decided you wanted to leave or go somewhere new, that person would have to come with you. Because if not, once you get to that new place and you're miles and miles and miles away, and it's not easy as driving around the corner, walking around the block, coming down the street, it's right, I've got to take 2 trains or a plane or this or that or the other to get to where I need to be to see this person that I could just see so easily. You think, no, I'm going to stay where I am. comfort hits you all over again. That massive flipping plate of reality smashes you around the face, and you go, I might as well just stay where I am. I'm comfortable like this. Even though it might not seem as if it's comfortable, that's why it's comfortable. Your brain just automatically takes you back there to go, you're dreaming outside that box again. That box, you ain't going to get out of that box because of this, that, the other. Hits you.
So coming back to the mom thing, I remember years ago saying to my mom, like, oh, I want to move to like America. I've gone through so many different countries, like America, Canada, all these different places, right? My mom was like, yeah, well's your oyster, go do it, whatever. Like, this was obviously before I got all the narcolepsy diagnosis in my life. Just went, nope, you're doing nothing.
Yeah.
And she's like, you can do that. That's fine. And I'm like, yeah, but are you coming with me?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, like, you need to go and live your life, girl. Go do it. I'm like, no, no, you need to come.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. So I go to my partner's, right, most weekends, almost every weekend. I'm there from like the Friday to the Sunday or the Friday to the Monday or whatever for a few days. I ring my mum every day. Every day. And I don't need to. Like, I remember once, so it was only a few weeks ago. I was there and I looked at the time and it was like 9:30. Bearing in mind, my mum goes to bed at like 9 o'clock. And I'm like, she hasn't messaged me to say goodnight. I rang her. And I'm like, excuse me, did you forget something? Like, what the hell, mother? I'm not in the house. I'm not there. And you forgot to message me.
Yeah.
That's not acceptable. It's no.
And it's the same.
Or like, I
I
wake
know
up in
the
the morning
same.
when he's at work and I wake up in the morning and I'm like, well, I'm here on my own. You know, I could do anything in the world. I can put the music on. I can dance around in my underwear, do whatever I want. But I'm going to wake up. I'm going to ring my mum.
Yeah, I get that. And it's the same with me. I'm in this comfort zone at the minute where my mum rings me every day. Really weird. At about 6:30. And I don't finish work till 7. She knows I don't finish work till 7. But she rings me every day at 6:30. And she goes, oh, you still at work, aren't you? I'm like, Mum, I know you're ringing me just to see if I'm still all right. Every single day. And she'll ring me. She'll be like, oh, ring me on your way home. Ring them on my way home. It might be a 30-minute conversation. It might be a 3-minute conversation. It might be a 5-minute conversation, whatever it is. But it's always a conversation of she wants to check up on me. She wants to know I'm okay. She tells me she loves me. She tells me she misses me. She wants to know what I'm doing, how I've been, how my day's been. Every single day. And if she doesn't do it, I'm sat there thinking, is my mum all right? Is she okay? Is there something all right with my mum? Is she good? Is there something wrong? If she doesn't do it, and I'm like belling her phone out on my way home, like, Mum, you haven't done this today. This is weird. This ain't you. What's this all about? You know, and you do get in that little bit of a comfort zone, and you do latch on to someone like that. You do, whether it's a parent or whether it's guardian, or everybody has that person that they do that with, that they call home. And it's difficult to pull away from that, I think. And I think that's what stops a lot of people from doing things in life. It's so difficult to get past that barrier. Unless they're willing to come with you. Unless they're willing to go, yeah, I'll do it with you, not a problem. But if that person can't, that's where it stops you.
Yeah. See, it worries me if I ever move out of home. Like, say I move in with a partner and, like, where's my mum going to go?
Yeah.
Because she has to have a room. Like, she's got to come. Like, I can't move out and leave her here. Like, no. Obviously, I know I'm not going to literally bring my mum with me, but it just seems weird. Or, like, if I ever have a kid,
Yeah.
like, my mum's got to be there.
Yeah.
Like, she's got to be there. I can't. No, it's weird.
Yeah, it's hard to piece that bit together, right? So they're the things that are stopping you from doing what you want to do, regardless. So that bit of sometimes it's a choice, maybe sometimes it's not a choice, because you are stuck.
So basically, it's my mum's fault.
In a way,
that I live here.
In a way, but not on purpose. It's because you love your mum. Nothing wrong with that.
It's also because she won't sell the bloody house and move. But yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Not at all. If anything, it's a good thing. So that's where I sit on that bit of the fence. Anyway. So yeah, multi-millionaire, buy houses everywhere. But I think that's one of the things. So coming on to that, even by being a millionaire, I think the first thing I'd do is look after my mum. Whatever she wanted,
same.
she would have. If she wants to have a Ferrari and the world's biggest house, that is what my mum will have. No problem whatsoever. It won't even be an if but or a maybe. It wouldn't even be a conversation. It would just happen. Just happen.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. However, I want to change this a little bit.
One.
So we've done if you won the lottery and you had this money.
Yep.
If you were rich for one day, so they said to you, you have unlimited money for 24 hours. After that, the money's gone and you're back to like your normal income or whatever you've normally got.
Yep.
What would you do with that?
So, if I was rich just for one day and I just had enough to like quickly spend as much as possible and like spend it as quick as I could, I think I'd try and pay off everyone's mortgage that I knew. So I'd be like, everyone, like ring family on like a massive Teams call thing and be like, right, ring all your finance companies for your mortgages on. Tell me when you've got them and I'll pay them all off. So that you could do in a day. Pay off all my family mortgages. Pay off any debts that anyone had. And then pay for just as much stuff as possible, such as anything you can resale. Buy hundreds of iPads. Buy hundreds of iPhones. Whatever you can buy. As much as you can. For them when you go broke the day after. So you can try and then resale again. So that you've got some money left over to then invest. Or invest a massive chunk of money into something like Apple or Samsung. So that if you was only rich for that one day, in theory, you take anything that you put in that day out. So if you invested loads of money into something like Apple, you could then pull that money out and then do whatever you needed to do with it the day after. Get what I mean?
I get what you mean.
What would you do?
So I think the same with like looking after family and anything you need paying off, let me know in the next few hours. And like friends and whatever.
Yeah.
I'd just buy like enough gifts for the next 20 Christmases so I don't have to deal with that shit ever again.
Everyone a new PC.
I think I'd buy a house, nothing over the top fancy because obviously the money's going to run out and you're not going to be able to pay the bills and whatever on it. But I'd buy a house outright that was just comfortable living, like nice, but nothing too excessive. That I know that like me and my partner or whatever could live in comfortably.
3-4 bed detached. Standard house.
I think I'd do the same for my parents if they wanted a new one. I know my mum would be all for it, but my dad would be like, "No, I've lived here my whole life. Like, time for a change, bro." But something again, not too expensive for them, like upkeep wise, but something nice.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know because I don't know a lot about it. But like owning something that I could then rent out, so whether it was like a flat or something.
Yeah, that's smart.
But I don't know enough about it to know would I actually make enough money back, like because you'd have to find a renter in those 24 hours or near enough because you're going to be paying for this property from the next day.
No, but it's already paid for because you're paying for it cash, yeah?
Yeah, but bills and stuff.
Oh, yeah, standard stuff, yeah.
So you'd have to find someone pretty quick. So I don't know, maybe if I knew a bit more about it, that could be a shout.
If you pay an investor, they could do it for you in one day, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, the worst thing about this is if this became... So say I wake up tomorrow and I got a call and they're like, "You're rich for a day, you have unlimited funds, what are you doing?" I'd be like, "Let me get back to you." And I would spend the next 24 hours going down a rabbit hole on Google, finding out and learning everything about investing, that I would run out of time to actually do anything.
Yeah. You'd have
That's
to be
where
quick.
I'd go wrong.
And I think
I'd spend too much time researching.
I think that's the same thing. You wouldn't know what to do. You book loads of holidays. Wow.
Oh yeah.
How easy would it be though to literally just go on like British Airways website, Jamaica, Maldives? You put them all in, and you just book them.
Yeah, but the thing is, when the time rolled around for the holiday,
Yeah.
bearing in mind, as we said earlier, by the time the holiday comes, it's free, but you got to have spending money. And bearing in mind, this money that you have for that day, you can't say, "Oh, I'm going to draw it out and keep it." You can't do that.
No, but you would do like, say for example, you just go all inclusive to all these exotic places.
No, I don't like all inclusive.
But then it's just done. At least you know it's all paid for. You know there's
Yeah, I wouldn't.
food.
I'd rather not
You
go
know there's going to be
than go all
chips and
inclusive.
chicken nuggets. So at least you know that much. At least there's a little bit there. Chips and chicken nuggets, at least as a minimum.
I think I like your idea about buying loads of stock to then sell on to keep making money, because I wouldn't
Yeah.
have thought of that.
Loads of stock.
I'm like, I have 24 hours to do everything that I want to do. I wouldn't have thought about buying stuff to then resell.
Because it wouldn't matter if you then made a loss on the thing, because the money would go, right? So it wouldn't matter.
It's still more money than you had originally.
Correct. So if you bought, say, 1,000 iPads, £1,000 iPads, you bought 1,000 of them, and then even sold them for £500, you'd still have a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like 50 grand.
500,000.
Like, just like
Oh,
there.
wait.
And if you did the same with
Wait,
iPhones,
am I bad at math or are you bad at math?
it's 50. What's 1,000 times 500? 1,000 times 500. 500,000. Shit.
I'm good at math.
Fucking hell.
I've never been good at maths.
That was shit from me. Wow.
I'm proud of
I'm
you.
normally good at maths. But yeah, that's $500,000. Done. Easy. All you do is stick them on eBay. Boom, how quick would they go? Quick. You just Facebook Marketplace it. Yeah, iPads for sale, £500. Who wants one? Come to my house and collect. Yeah, they are. 500 quid in my bank, 500 quid in my bank, 500 quid in my bank. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. You'd have a queue of people down the fucking street for them. Everyone would be coming here from near and far. They'd be the cheapest things on the market. You can just sell them
Yeah, see,
super
I've never
cheap.
thought of that, buying and reselling, but I'm going to steal that idea. If I ever get rich for the day, I'm doing that.
Even the same with iPhones. Think how much iPhones are. Imagine even if you bought like all the older, like the previous iPhone or the Samsung that they've got loads of stock of. Even if you bought that and it's still £1,000 phone and you sold it for £500 to people would pay £500 for it.
Yeah.
Cheaper. Brand new in the
I think
box.
another thing that I'd do is buy an entirely new gaming setup.
Yeah, that's dead easy to do.
And a podcasting setup. I'd have two different ones, so I wouldn't have to have my gaming stuff and my podcasting stuff all in one.
Yeah. You would rent
I'd
it,
have
would
two
buy a
different setups.
studio.
Mm.
Because you could do that. Buy a studio. Buy a lifetime supply of taxi runs.
Well, I think
Or a limo
so because I
company.
can't drive. This is what I'm thinking. So I can't drive, so there'd be no point in me buying a good car because I can't drive it. However, if I was to buy a nice car and do the whole like reselling thing, so I had enough for like paying for the car,
Yeah.
right? How many people would want to like drive a nice fancy car? If I said, right, I need a lift here, I've got a car, you just need to drive it.
Yeah.
If you've got a great car, people are going to want to drive that car.
That's true.
So I'd be like, right, come drive my Ferrari. I need to go to this place.
Or, do you want to know what would be a really good idea? And I didn't think of this.
What?
Because you could do this all in one day. Like, you would be able to do this super easy. Go to, like, you know, like a big used car supermarket. Like, what's the one that you see on TV all the time that have, like, 5,000 cars?
WeBuyAnyCar.com.
No, not the We Buy Any Car
Oh.
one, the other one. What's it called? And they've got like a big
I don't know, but now for no reason I've got the auto glass repair song.
Auto glass repair. Auto
I don't know where
glass
that came from.
replace. No, I can't fit. Availablecar.com.
Yeah.
Right? They have like 2,000 cars on their forecourt. Just walk in, go, I want to buy every car that you've got, every single one. I want to buy it now. Right? pay for all the cars, go back there the day after, say, keep all the cars here, I'll come and collect them tomorrow. Go back the next day, resell it back to that business for half of the price, or even 3/4 of the price of which you paid for it the day before. You would get.
Yeah, but then there's no guarantee they'd buy it. What if they didn't?
Why wouldn't they? They get all their stock back. They've just doubled their money on that stock because we've just paid for it all at the price that they're asking for with no negotiation. We then buy all of them off them. They then give us the trade price back. They then get all their cars paid for once, and then they can resell them again for the same profit. Double profit on all your cars. Who's winning then?
This is true.
The business is winning and you're winning. Right?
I was going to say the same with houses, like buy a massive, massive house and then sell it on for like half the price, but you'd have to find a buyer real quick. Otherwise, you're paying for that house until someone buys it. So probably not that.
Whereas the cars, you'd just be able to sell straight back to the business that you bought it from for like half the price of which even what you paid for it. But still, if you bought 3,000 cars, which cost, I don't know, £5 million, well, it doesn't matter because you have unlimited money for that day. And then you sell it back to them for 2.5 million. You're 2.5 million up, aren't you? Don't matter how much you spent the day before, does it? You're still back up on the next day.
You're smart. You can tell you're like a businessman. I'm like,
so easy.
I'd just buy lots of random shit and a takeaway, and I'd buy a pizza. And you're like, I would make all the money.
Yeah, you could make some serious coin off doing it, and it'd be easy to do as well. So easy. You could do that numerous times throughout the day. You could go to each car place and do the same deal with it. Literally just walk in and go, right, I'm going to buy all your stock today, but you buy it all off me for half of that price tomorrow. Every single one of them would go, yes. Why not? It's free money for the business, and it's free money for you. Win. Win-win. Win for the business, win for you.
You're a smart man, you.
Only way to do it. And then you'd be sat there laughing. And so would the business. Could you imagine the business that you walk into that day that have just doubled the money? They'd be like laughing. They'd be like, flipping, oh, who's this idiot? And we're like, yeah, but you don't know this full story, do you? They'd be like, yeah, of course we will. Not a problem. That's the way that you go.
Now I kind of want to be rich for the day. Because you know how I was saying earlier, if you won the lottery, you'd be rich, but you'd get bored of it.
Oh, yeah.
If you were rich for one day, you'd still have to kind of work for it. So I want that.
Yeah. Oh, you'd have to work for it. But then once you'd done it and you was a millionaire, you could double your money easily, I think. If you was really smart with it, you could really double your money quickly. But you would have to understand what you've got to do and how to earn money quickly. Because once you've got your first amount of money, so let's say you make 5 million off that first day, you would then reinvest 3 million of it, keep 2 million, reinvest 3 million in property, rent out all the properties or flip properties, make more money, then flip again, make more money, and keep doing that with that 3 million. Whilst you've still got 2 million that you're living off happily, 3 million's just working for you. So you'd hire people to make houses newer, renovate them, sell them on. You do that 10 houses go. 10 £100,000 houses, flip them up, sell them for 200,000. That would be working itself like that with £3 million of your money while you're sat on a beach with £2 million laughing. You'd never have to worry about money again. Now I'm sad that I'm poor. That's how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, sadly. It's crazy. But in theory, they don't, because the working man gets a job off that. By people doing stuff like that. Builders get money, electricians get money, because they're all being paid out that 3 million for making that next house perfect. And if you had a whole team doing it, it'd be a whole team of people that would be getting paid off the back of you earning money. Should actually be quite smart, really. And that's how businesses are born. There we go. We just made a business. So what's coming to you soon is What This Time podcast housing and letting agencies.
Yeah, hold up. Who's giving us the free money for the day?
Someone. Donald Trump. Elon Musk is going to hit us up on X.
Oh yeah, I need to remember to message him about the Tesla headrests.
Yes, that does need to happen. Shame on you, Elon. Such a shame.
It's just, I don't get how you can make a car that luxury, that fascinating, that smart, just a great car, and
It's
then
a
give you a
cool car.
headrest that no one's head is fitting on. Like,
It is a super cool car, don't get me wrong. I love that car. It was amazing. But, like anything, it gets boring after a while. It is very plain.
don't say after a while. You had it like 2 weeks.
No, I had it a lot longer than that. I had about 4 months. I had that car.
You should have just kept that car. That was a good
I had
car.
that car for 4 months. It was a really good car. I did enjoy it. Tesla, you did a very good job with your cars. Audi, your electric car is a lot better and more fun to drive.
Does the Audi have better headrests?
Yes, it's a lot more comfortable than the Tesla. The Tesla's really uncomfortable. That's the only thing about it. It was really like cool and like it was a Tesla. You know what I mean? It had this statement with it. But the Audi is like luxurious, comfortable, expensive. Everything about
Yeah,
it.
I need to see a new car.
Yeah, everything about it. Even like the gear lever. It's like all nice metal and it's like, wow, nice old soft touch. And do you know what I mean? You can't slam your doors because they've got auto close. It's like really nice. Whereas the Tesla was kind of like put together and it's cool. This is a bit more like elegant and expensive. It's weird. That's the only way
This
I
is
can
all
kind of
foreign to me. I know
describe it.
nothing about cars.
Nothing about cars at all. But at this time, that is where we stop talking about cars because otherwise I'm going to bamboozle you. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep confusing you and keep going on about cars. But this
Yeah, I
episode has been
don't get them.
crazy. Oasis, mums, and Oasis, mums and houses, and everything else in between. Where to live, what to do with your money.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed crying now that I'm poor and I live in the UK. So
And that's exactly what I'm going to
thanks
do.
for that.
So until we see you next time, thank you for coming. Peace out.